So I got this report from the Daily Beast, and it's saying that the Hells Angels issued threats to Palestinian protesters. The headline reads, "Creep threatened Hells Angels war on Palestinians. Feds say." Feds say to me automatically puts this in suspect range. I don't trust anything they say, but there is evidence through voicemails. Someone allegedly said, "You're dead people walking" on the voicemail. Let's get into it. Big shout to the ghosts and the ghostettes. Welcome to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture, where we cover everything motorcycle and motorcycle club involved. I'm Sos the Ghost. I'm your host for the evening. So let's check out this article from the Daily Beast and get your Ghostavelli motorcycle riding mask now. They're on www.demonsroad.com. So it says a Utah man is accused of making a series of violent threats to a Palestinian advocacy group in Washington, D.C., claiming that the infamous Hells Angels Motorcycle Club had the organization in its sights. The message read, "Guess what, motherfuckers?" Kevin Brent Buchanan said in a November 1st voicemail, according to an FBI affidavit unsealed Monday in D.C. federal court. "You stinking piece of shit terrorists. You are a threat to the national security of the United States. Well, guess what? The Hells Angels have silently declared war on you. So you just go ahead, parade around, do what you want. It's your mark. You're dead people walking." Buchanan 62 continued, the affidavit states, allegedly telling the organization, which is not identified in the court filings, "You are all gonna effing die because you're enemies of the United States. You are traitors and you're gonna die, and I'm gonna love it. So are your families, you pig." Buchanan left 4 other messages for the group, all vowing death to Palestinians, according to the affidavit. It says the calls came in advance of a public demonstration the group had planned for November 4th to advocate for Palestinian rights. It is unclear if Buchanan is actually a member of the Hells Angels. So the way this whole thing broke down, in my opinion, I think that this dude is just someone who's mad. He thought of the biggest, roughest, toughest dudes he could think of. Maybe in his area, it's the Hells Angels. And he decided to use their name to scare these people. But this clearly is not coming directly from the club, because why would the club do that? Doesn't make any sense. Threats against both Palestinians and Jews have risen sharply since the outbreak of the Israel-Hamas war last month. Abed Ayub, an attorney who served as a national executive director of the American Arab Anti-Discrimination Committee, told the Daily Beast on Monday that the threats were made to a sister organization, which he declined to identify, and that he was the one who helped them report the threats to the FBI. "I can confirm that the threats did happen," Ayub said. "They were pretty bad threats. They were not your run-of-the-mill. We welcome the fact that the FBI is taking action, especially given the heightened tensions that we are seeing. We need to take all these threats seriously." Buchanan does not have a lawyer listed in court records and was unable to be reached for comment on Monday. The first threat to the group in D.C. came in October 31st from a number with a Salt Lake City area code, according to the newly unsealed affidavit. "Don't think we're not watching you," a man said in a voicemail. "We know who you are, who your families are. I'm glad you're sticking your ugly heads up, Palestine. You're gonna be tracked in your effing DMW. That means dead man or woman walking. You are the enemy. Come to Middle America and try to do what you're doing." This is sick, you know what I mean? This is really crazy. The next day, 2 more voicemails came in. In the first, a voice belonging to the same man said that people working at the organization were going to die violently, that he hoped their wives and children got raped and beheaded, according to the affidavit. This is dark shit. This dude got serious mental issues. "I'm gonna effing burn the goddamn Quran," the man allegedly said. He said he hoped for a battle between Christianity and Islam because Jews and Christians will kick their ass. Now, one thing I gotta state about that I actually had an argument with a friend over this. If you ask a Jewish person, what do you think about Jesus? They're gonna tell you that he's a false prophet. If you ask a Muslim, what do you think about Jesus? They're gonna tell you peace and blessings upon him. So there's this weird narrative that it's like this us versus them. Islam versus Christianity thing, I guess it dates way back to the Templars and all that, but it's a falsehood and it's a media propaganda which keeps them with a target on the Middle East for political purposes. The affidavit says the group contacted a second organization now known to the ADC to ask for help in reaching the FBI. The Bureau traced the phone number to a burner phone purchased at a Walmart in Tula, Utah, with an American Express card issued to Buchanan. According to the affidavit, he was arrested November 17th in Poole on one count of interstate transmission of threats. A related arrest warrant shows. Seamus Hughes, a domestic terrorism expert and research faculty member of the University of Nebraska, said the charges facing Buchanan are becoming more and more common. The Justice Department has leaned heavily on communicating a threat charges in the last month, bringing forward more than 24 criminal cases, which is unprecedented. Hughes told the Daily Beast, "There's been a mix of ideological motivations from far right to single issue, but a defining characteristic seems to be the ease with which people from all over the country are willing to pick up a phone or shoot off a tweet wishing death on someone that they don't know. Fortunately, it's becoming a banner month for anger. If Buchanan is found guilty of the charge, he faces up to 5 years in federal prison." So let me know what you think in the comments. I think this dude obviously has mental issues, is watching the news every day and he's consumed by it. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but if you're watching news all day, this is how you're going to turn out. This is how your mind is going to tick. It's going to get to you and you're going to start getting a little crazy. And that's why I fell back on politics as much as I used to, because I like a lot of politics, geopolitics, no club politics, but I enjoy it. So I had to fall back from it a little because then you just start feeling like the world is ending. And it's the same thing. More clickbait, more issues for them to sell. Let me know what you think in the comments about this whole situation. No, this is obviously, to me, not an 81 move. They don't move like this. This makes no sense. This is a dude that got angry and just threw it out there, in my opinion. I got another video where I talk about Walter Stadnick of the Hells Angels. It'll be linked above. Thank you for tuning in to Demons Row TV, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. No, yeah, we ghosting, baby.